Deer Stand Talk, William Hovey Smith, 2020. What does a person do on the deer stand when he sits alone for 6 hours? No noise, no screen devices, absolutely alone. Well, you can clean up your deer stand. Yes, you can do that. You can look out the window. You can look out the window one way, and then you can look out the window the other way. Now that's taken all of 15 minutes. Only 4 hours and 45 minutes to go. What do you do now? Well, you can talk to your guns. Well, that may seem to be an unusual twist for some people, but my guns have real personalities and real experiences. This is my 1858 Remington, for example. I use it as a backup gun. It has about the power of a .38 Special. And I have actually used it to take very tiny deer and really small hogs, but most of the time I use it as a backup pistol. And in this capacity, it has killed hogs. Shown here is about a 200-pounder Florida hog, as well as finish off deer. Now, this is a Pieta Remington 1858 Sheriff's model, and it's reporting ready for duty. Yep, it's ready to go out there and get something. Now, my other gun this year started off as a kit gun. It is a long gun, or at least was, and here you see it on the table, but not even all of it. No. This is a French model 1777, 69 caliber military flintlock musket that I received from a kit. Now, during the last few months, I have built that kit. And here you show the musket in a very desperate condition. I've just cut off the barrel, a whole foot of it. Yeah, it ain't nearly so long as it's been before. Now, if you're a musket and you're used to running around and this full-length 44-inch barrel, and all of a sudden you've got more like 34 inches, wow. Guys, that's like having a leg sawed off somewhere in the shin. Wah! It didn't like that very much. But it's working at it. And so, after we trimmed it, we had to do more finishing. We had to do some rather interesting cutting to reshape the fore-end so it would fit the fore-end cap. And then we had to sand it. Now, if you think sawing off a leg was all right, what do you think about taking a piece of sandpaper to your skin for a while? Well, that didn't feel very good either, it says. And finally, we get around to shooting it. And here is its absolutely first shot. And you see the flash in the pan, and now you see the flash of the pan on the other side from its second shot. Now, I take my new gun squirrel hunting, and these guns that you see up here are variously a matchlock, a flintlock, a percussion smoothbore, as well as a modern 209 primed Thompson-Center Armcore. And all of these have taken squirrels with various degrees of success. These are up there in my gun safe. And so, Bon Richard, as I have named the gun, goes to join them. But it has problems. It would not shoot. And the reason it would not shoot, I'll explain presently. We actually loaded up and took it out for squirrels. And we found we had a problem. And that is our cock tended to catch on the half cock notch of the tumbler. So that was a boosh. which of course threw off the shot. To correct that problem, it was necessary to separate the friction-fit hammer and tumbler from the lock plate without bending or breaking any parts. I'm an author, and mostly of outdoor books on a variety of topics. However, I do have business books. Included in these is Create Your Own Job Security. In this book, I advocate that you start your own businesses anytime, any place, at any age when you need to raise some money, like perhaps right now, and show you exactly how to choose what that appropriate business ought to be. This gun was built for use in my movie project, Father of the Grooms, and I'm going to hunt with it here in Georgia and take deer and hogs. And you thought getting your teeth pulled was bad. Look here. All right. Thing's done. Now that we have the gun reassembled, it's time for a shooting test. And here we're priming, getting all excited and getting ready. All right. Cock it. Take some real force. To the shoulder. Ready. Aim. Fire. And here we have the ignition of the pan itself. And you see the frizzen being lifted up slightly and the powder in the pan catching. Now the main powder charge is ignited. And you can see how the gun recoils. And I'm rocked back a little bit. The lock problem is resolved. Yes, it is. Now, 9 hunts, no game, and meanwhile back in the gun rack. Just like the new kid in school, Richard is getting all kinds of flack from his fellow guns. Like Bess here. Now this shot from that very same blind and took this turkey this past spring. And here we have Mortimer, and it's got a pair of Canadian blue geese. And here we took Bess again, and we shot snow geese in North Carolina. Didn't know they had any? Well, they sure do, guys. And even with pistols. Yeah, this flintlock pistol, long barrel though it is, yeah, it took this nice Florida buck. And Bon Richard ain't been home with nothing. Even some other guns got in the work, like the Revolver Clan. And here is a Super Walker with its deer. And here is another one with a Ruger Old Army, taken on Thanksgiving Day in 2018. Well, that visit with the guns and past hunts was nice, but there is still 4 hours to go. And now we start working on our book, Father of the Grooms. Now that book also involves Bon Richard. And here you see it completed and finished on the table while I discuss writing my screenplay and entering the results in the first of a half a dozen contests. Well, I've heard back from some of those contests. And so now, here in the deer stand, I have a metal clipboard, and I'm using it to rewrite the screenplay. We had 30 pages of criticism about that, by the way. And time consumed 6 hours. No deer and no hogs, but some useful things got done. Now with my screenplay, I had a lot of work to do. I was advised to better define my heroes, decide what the point of the movie was, make my characters more distinctive, introduce all my characters properly in the script, eliminate unnecessary scenes and characters that added color but did not play a part in the plot, decide if my movie was to be an action-adventure, a comedy, or a comedy-action-adventure, identify and be consistent with the character's goals and internal and external obstacles, identify an antagonist, explain why the mafia wants to kill two lady characters compared to rival mafia members, show why two Americans would want to marry two attractive Sicilian women who have a dowry, why they get cold feet, try to get out of the wedding, and finally protect their prospective brides and marry them, and remove parts of the plot that drag. Well, not all the comments were bad. The characters were described as diverse. The plot was said to be logical and it progressed to a reasonable conclusion. The movie would be set in an attractive location. The screenplay was considered to be an original on popular subject material while keeping with the audience's expectations of what a mob adventure movie ought to be, while simultaneously offering some new plot twists. So yeah, there were a few pluses about it. Now, writers can work anytime, anywhere with practically anything, including pen and paper, and that's certainly an advantage in the deer stand. Now, you can also use your deer stand time productively by reading, working on objects that don't make much noise while they are being processed, like steel wooling or rusty barrel, or anything else that you can think of. For more information on my books, blogs, and more than 850 videos, you can go to my website, www.hoviesmith.com. Discover how you can create your own job anytime, anywhere, at any age. Go to createyourownjobsecurity.com. To find out more about my novel, screenplay, and movie project, go to fatherofthegrooms.net. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye and God bless. See you in the movies.